Very good afternoon. Namaste to all. Welcome to this unique initiative which Government of India has initiated. I'll go through that what is happening in India for global collaboration as well as to build the space ecosystem in the country. So my title, as it says, expanding access to Indian space sector, international outreach. So as you all know, it's a very famous slide to begin with, that what we started with a humble beginning in 1963 with a nose cone on a bicycle to a macho vehicle, LVM-3, and this is what we have achieved. Then comes, we are known for developing the fragile technologies and techniques. You see here, we were having on a black car testing of RF interface. That is the kind of thing, and to the state-of-art facilities, we have achieved this. Why this slide, I will tell you that we went with the first satellite, Aryabhata, which was just 360 kg to the around 6,000 kg, and GSAT-11, which is, if you see tip to tip, it is 27 meter. So these are the kind of capability we developed in the space sector in addition to space applications in each aspect. So considering this, Government of India came out that we should bring all the space actors into the space. Friends, as you all know, is that contribution of India for astronomical observations is tremendous. It was in 500 AD when Aryabhata gave the planetary motion. They are true to today also with some error. And you know what happened to Galileo, I did not mention. So if you divide the space into four parts, we can divide space 1, 2, 3, 4. One was the astronomical observations. 2 is race to space. Because when you know that me first, but when you see that outcome of this space race was the landing, Apollo landing on the moon. Then comes the space 3, where global cooperation and space applications begin. The outcome of space 3 was the International Space Station, the marvelous peace in the space, and doing a lot of research. Then came the paradigm shift for the space sector for commercialization of space became. And it was in 2020, Government of India taking this, brought in the new actors into the play with the space sector reform, and Indian National Space Promotion and Authorization Center was formed on 24 June 2020. What is in space is that enables private companies to carry out end-to-end activities. I'll define it later. We addresses promotion, authorization, we are enabler and supervisor of space. It's a unique body which has two roles. We are a space regulator also and promoter also. Then our in-space board consists of, is an autonomous body attached to the Department of Space, which has members from academia, industry, and government bodies. New Space India Limited, as you know, is the commercial wing of ISRO, involves in the technology transfer to the private companies, and ISRO will continue to work as developing advanced technology and capacity building. This chart I know very important to just get to the international audience, because we were asked many times questions on this, what is the structure of Department of Space. Here if you see that Chairman ISRO is the Secretary Department of Space and Chairman Space Commission. We have 14 plus centers, they are expert in each sphere of the space. Like they have expertise, like Vikram Sarabhai Space Center is launch vehicle expert. Expertise lies there. Liquid propulsion system, URAO satellite center, satellite making. So each center has expertise in their own, and we have Department of Space has several autonomous bodies and central public sector enterprises like Antariksh and NSIL. Then came in 2020, I was telling in space, where is a part of Department of Space, and I will just show our organization structure, where chairman in space is Dr. Pawan Goenka. He is advised by InSpace board. He is the member of Space Commission. We have 3 directorate. Promotion directorate is at Bangalore, headed by me. Program management and authorization director and technical directorate are at our InSpace headquarters, which is at Ahmedabad. We have a legal, finance and administration wing headed by a joint secretary level IAS officer. They sit at our in-space headquarters. What is in-space? The cornerstone of space sector reform. If you see, we have four wheels. We call it promoter, enabler, authorizer, and supervisor. And in each heading, in the promotion activity, the first activity which we completed in 2023-24 was development of decadal vision and strategy for commercial space in India. I'll touch upon with some slides later. We are mandated for industry outreach, international outreach, engagement with academia also. We have done certain things with them. We will touch upon them. As a enabler of space, we nurture and support for startups. We enable access to ISRO space facilities and major being technology transfer. Then as a authorizer, we authorize activities. Any activity in space is authorized by InSpace. We act as a single window agency. Means when application comes, we see the interdepartmental clearance is taken by us. We provide supervisory role also to guide the non-government entities to facilitate their design review and oversee project implementation. These are the some roles, and after our formation, what all initiative we took? See, we were formed in June 2020, but operationalized in June 2022. Then it was in April 2023 that revised comprehensive Indian space policy was brought in with Department of Space. Then revised FDI guideline, foreign direct investment policy was in 2024 February it was released. It's a very lucrative policy than earlier. Then we released norm guidelines and procedures in 2024. Space activity is at final stage where we will be getting, it will be going to the parliament shortly. The purpose of all this is to take the space economy from around 2% to around 8 to 10% in the next decade. Indian Space Policy 2023 was announced on 6th April 23. It is a comprehensive overarching policy encompassing all these 8 activities. There is no, under this policy, there is no restriction on non-government entities. They can build their own rockets and satellites. They can own and operate space assets. They can acquire EO data, Earth observation data and dissemination, create infrastructure in ISRO premises. They can use facilities and create infrastructure in Department of Space facilities. These are the kind of policy shift which came, and these all 4 actors which are in space, that is like ISRO, Indian Space Research Organization, they have developed capacity in each space domain. They will continue to do technology development, continue with scientific mission, share technology, products and processes, and best practices with the non-government entities. In space, I have discussed with you in detail. New Space India Limited is the commercial wing of ISRO. Then comes non-government entities. I have touched in the previous slide, wherein they are permitted to carry out any activity under the sun in the space sector. That's the dramatic shift from the previous, where it was a controlled regime. Now, foreign direct investment policy in the space sector has been revised. Earlier, it was 100% through administrative route, but presently, what has been done? You see the cap in a space sector under these 3 verticals is upper cap is 100%, but there are sectoral caps. Like satellite manufacturing and operation of space data product and value addition, the automatic route has been capped as 74. When I say automatic route, it means that you have to inform RBI and InSpace and you start working from day one. Beyond that is also possible, that is through administrative route, if there is some advanced technology or other reasons to be recorded. So again their cap is 100%. Launch vehicle and associated systems and subsystem, the automatic cap has been capped at 49%, but beyond that is also possible wherever it is likely to result in access to advanced technology or other regions to be recorded. And if you say manufacturing of subsystems for satellites and ground segment and user segment is capped at 100% automatic route. So this is a very lucrative policy which has we are in operation. Automatic route is already operational. Administrative route guidelines are coming shortly. And if you see this, how space ecosystem is developing in the country. Main actor ISRO, in space and New Space India Limited. We have private companies, 50 plus private companies are there. Medium, small and micro enterprises are 450 plus. And we are happy to tell you, I will say later, we have 300 plus space startups within this short span. And you see what other activities in space has initiated. As I have told you, the decadal vision and strategy were released in 2023-24. We have $125 million venture capitalist first. It is a fund to be managed by SIDBI, the fund manager. This is fund category 2, which will be managed by SIDBI but advised by InSpace. We have another very unique that there are many technologies which are at TRL 3, 4, and if any company, anyone wants to develop and take them to the TRL 8, 9, 10, we have a fund of up to 500 crore. This fund is also operational. We are looking for the proposals from the company and up to 25 crore InSpace will pay them. In venture capital fund, 1,000 crore is government contribution. Private people will also be permitted to contribute to this. It may become 10,000 crore and more, or that is anyone's guess. Small satellite launch vehicle, we are transferring technology from ISRO to 6 NGEs are identified for final RFP. We have very unique program on PSLV last stage where private companies are flying their products on that and getting experience at least 1.5 months at a very moderate price plus guidance from ISRO and InSpace. We are not leaving even academicians, students. So we have very unique experience that is called pre-incubation entrepreneurship development program where final year plus graduates can give any idea which they have in the space sector, which we will get it reviewed and take it to the next phase. It is a 3-phase program where they ideate, innovate and demonstrate. We pay each stage some money, and if they demonstrate successfully, they are eligible for seed fund scheme up to 1 CR. That I am telling in Indian rupees. Now, working with state government is also very unique space ecosystem in the country which is coming. We have signed memorandum of undertaking with Gujarat government, Tamil Nadu government, and last week it happened with Karnataka government. It was just 2 days before we came here. So this is a very unique. State governments are coming with incentives for the private companies and we are enabling them. In the space park, we will provide them support for lab plus expertise. Earth observation constellation is already announced. Around 12 satellites will be made with public-private participation and with the support from InSpace. Norms, guidelines and procedures, I have told, we have already announced. Very important thing has happened first time in the history of India is again that Indian orbital resource is allocated to the one private company and more will come in the future and they will start making satellite and within 2-3 years they will launch it. I have discussed very unique part is that we should know how space economy is contributing to the national GDP. In this direction, we prepared a report and we worked with the Ministry of Statistical and Program Implementation. We are working to know what is the contribution of space economy and interdepartmental committee, it is where we are meeting regularly. We have started collecting data to know whether really what is the contribution in space of space sector in the national GDP. So there are a couple of more things, but to assess further impact, what has happened with after 2022, I will say, because 2020 it was announced and we were operationalized in 2022 only. You see 658 applications we have received from various non-government entities. And if you see year-wise cumulative, you see we have 97 before 2022. It was in August 2022, we have developed our website and we started taking online proposal. As you see the growth, We have 658 proposals and they cover each aspect. You see, whether it's a launch vehicle, satellite making, ground segment, promotional activities or space applications, each sphere we have the proposals from the private company, means Indian ecosystem is growing, and these are the kind of some statistics which are very validated, and we take fees also for each application given for authorization. How startup ecosystem is growing? You see, we have just a 7 around company in 2016. Presently, it has gone to 300 plus. That's the another thing. The investment in private sector is also growing exponentially, and which has reached up to $430 million. You see, 2016, we have just $2 million and we are going this. So the how things are going, this is all because these are our star companies. This is not a comprehensive system, list of the companies. We have many more. But you see, we have companies in launch systems, we have in satellite system, we have in ground segments, we have in space solution, space data application also. Our companies are doing very good internationally even. Continuing with this, our private companies have started launching their satellite and suborbital flight also. Total 15 flights are carried till now. We will update this. Poem payloads are also there, equally good number. Now, the very important aspect which we have seen is the skilling, lack of skilling in our non-government entities and academia. So what we did, we designed 10 courses for the benefit of private companies specifically, and we are happy to know that ISRO is fully supporting this, this venture, wherein we have trained till now around 560 plus CEOs, CXOs and academicians in the space sector. They are unique 10 courses where space tech for agriculture sector to the mission design and avionics development for launch vehicle, to the A to Z of satellite, to the recently conducted the fundamentals of launch vehicle, the propulsion system, they had a dedicated course. So each and every course we have captured and they are very delivered. We have completed one cycle, second cycle we are starting soon. Now, we need to develop next generation to take up the space activities. So for that, catch them young is the philosophy under which we have designed a space tech curriculum for BTech minor degree. It was approved by All India Council of Technical Education last year on 20th of August. And I'm very happy to tell that all over the country, 15 institutions and universities are working with us to adopt space tech in their curriculum. The numbers are very mind-boggling, where a BTech minor introduction is announced and there is a lot of registrations. Even they are caught unaware. I have been told 100 plus registration will happen. One of the IIT, when they started, there are 140 registration and they have to cut down the class. So these are the kind of enthusiasm, and I have been told for PhD also, 140 application has come in space tech. These are the kind of things, but we are not leaving it here. We are helping them with expertise support. We have started a immersion program for the student, where 1 week they will be lodged in the in space technical headquarters. They will be taught all the nitty-gritty of space, what all testing, how you design, and this 1 week program has been already started and initiated. This has got a very good response from the student. We have also come out with a scheme of setting up Center of Excellence at academic institutions. All over India, we will install 7 Center of Excellence in each region of the country, available for the private companies academicians, students to go work there and do their projects. Not leaving them to impart further practical training. I'll tell you, Kansai small satellite competition we started last year. It was very successful. Now we have come out with the 2nd edition, and the model rocketry competition also started. I can tell you the enthusiasm in Indian youth is so that last year competition, around 80 plus team participated, and we final was around 28 we selected. But all of them got placement. They were very enthusiastic. Presently in model rocketry and Kansai, around 100 teams are already reached to the CDR stage. So this is to impart them practical training on the space systems. Now, if you see that India's GDP is growing, We are fifth largest or really fourth. We aim or aspire to become third largest. And you see, this is the way our economy is growing. What is the purpose of this? Is this the space sector? Presently, we are around 2% of the global economy. But we aspire to become 8% to 44 billion. But there is a export component around 11 and 33. These are our aspirations, which we hope. And this is only for commercial space. And if you add defense, it will be double, I am sure. Now, these are the 8 areas we have identified where in East, like Earth observation, 28% CAGR is expected. Overall CAGR is around 16%, navigation, communication, and you see ground network, satellite manufacturing, launch segment, space situation awareness, in-orbit economy. If you see, these are our statistics which we have done, and we are working for it, mainly for demand generation. Our aim is whole of the nation approach to implement this decadal vision and to see that we reach a certain number. So this is participation by all, not only by government. It needs citizen resources, private sector resources, government resources, and enabling parameter has been already done, like Indian space policy, FDI policy, and the aim of this is to develop the space culture in the country, and where basic enablers are ISRO, in space, Department of Space. And if you continue same way, we have identified 4 pillars to achieve this, the major being the build platforms, create ecosystem, enhance industry participation, enable that, and international outreach. In this, demand generation is very important, which we are working with the state governments. Each ministry we have written, we are having a application workshop with them to see that we achieve our target plus more. Now, international outreach is very important activity. What are the strengths and capabilities of India? As you know, it is well demonstrated by ISRO that we are pioneer in developing indigenous technology in full spectrum of space activities. We are cost effective, we are well known and high quality nation, which have strong adherence to the global standards. That's why there is in our policies also that we will share the best practices with the non-government entities, and we are working in that direction. And in this space, we'll continue to work as a facilitator and enabler for the private sector and bridging the gap with ISRO. Outreach activities also we carry out. We participate in various international forums. We carry our non-government entities with us. We facilitate B2B, G2B, various meetings. And I'm very happy to tell that we have identified the regions for relationship for like SAARC nation, Asian, Middle East, Act East policy. We are trying to work with them for skill for global collaboration and capacity building. See, we carried out one study on international outreach where with the Research and Innovation Center, where we have identified 3 global zones, primary being the Indian Ocean region, where what we can do with them. We have a second group is global developing and spacefaring nations. What all is possible, in which area we can collaborate with them. And the third being the global and mature nations. We are not leaving any actor in the space sector. If you are a mature nation, we would like to work with you. We would like to know more technology from you. What all areas for collaboration are available? Technology transfer and R&D. Demand generation is very important, and we are taking our private companies to see what all in the space sector we can do with each department of the government. And you see talent development, joint funding, strategy for resources and infrastructure. But with whom all we can work? We can work with foreign government, private companies being main actor. I am seeing morning itself, there have been a presentation, private sector participation, but we have started in 2020. But we see the global impact of our companies in various sectors. This study says that with developing to developed nations, how we can collaborate. So these are the areas which we can find out. We are not, it's a win-win and mutual benefit collaboration we will promote. So as you know, after formation of InSpace, we have built relationship direct with over 45 plus countries. We have very unique concept of conducting international space days. Till now, we have conducted 7 space days. They are very fruitful. What we do, we identify the companies from India and another country which wants to work with us, and virtually we connect first, and some cases in person also. Whereas we give them pitching this thing. After that, connections develop. We are very happy to see in these 7 space days, lot of connections has come up, which has been started and fructified. And you see, with beginning, we have 290 plus cooperative agreement with 60 plus countries, that is with ISRO and Department of Space. You know, in last year, Honorable Prime Minister of India and Italy has already announced joint action plan, and we are working very closely with Italian friends to implement it further. And I would be very happy to tell you that our cooperation with Australia is at very high. I can see that around 30 to 40 agreements, LOI by private companies are already signed with the Australian companies, and they are working together and getting benefited with both nations' approach plus expertise. You see that we carried the space delegation to the foreign countries to expose them to the international forum. We go to every IAC, and we are planning a big delegation to IAC at Sydney in September, October, I think. Then US, we have taken delegation, Dubai, Australia, Singapore, Japan, and many more are coming. We are a part working with US Civil Space Working Group, the US IBC, we are a member of the Quad. And these all things, initiatives are to project India globally and their capacities. And you know, this slide, a very unique slide where what all government of India has approved the coming missions. It's a Bharatiya Antariksh Station, Chandrayaan, Gaganyaan. So many missions are there that are in offering and available for working. To work with us is very easy. In space digital platform, in space.gov.in, each individual, industry, national, international can register there. You will be given a unique user ID password where you can tell about yourself and see what all capacities available in India. This is a very single reusable data model and very enthusiastic. We are seeing around 8,000 plus registrations are there where all MSME, large, medium, all kind of industries are available with us. With these few words, thank you, and I am available for any question. Now, I'll take from here. Yeah. So first question is by Mr. Ramkumar. Can you please throw some light about the tuning up of Indian manufacturing industry in meeting the requirement of startups? Yeah, it's very important question. See, basically what we do in space as a promoter plus authorizer, we carry out the reviews. Periodic reviews are carried out and we guide them. See, one of the company was launching their satellite. We guided them and asked them, you do this change, do this change. Now, this manufacturing requires, see, space law is zero defect, 100% quality. So we ensure that, and when after our review committees has passed it, and it was a 100% success. So like this, we are doing not only for launch vehicle, same thing is done for satellite, very unique model. Now, second is, how is space exploration as an activity different from other space activities such as human space flight, satellite launch, that was mentioned somewhere in the slide number, blah, blah. Okay. See, space exploration, in fact, when you launch any object in space, it's an academic question. So, anything that goes from out of space atmosphere is a space exploration. But what you do, if you are going interplanetary mission, that will also come. You have a low Earth orbit, it is simple. You go there and achieve some required delta V and start rotating and start services towards that. But in case, let's say you are going to moon. So what happens? You have to plan. You have to pass through the gravitational pull. If you are going to the moon orbit, you have to pass through the gravitational pull of the moon. And that's why, many nations failed to land on the moon. So they are the different technologies. We can discuss it at a detail. And you see with geo you are going, there's a different way of going there and operationalize where you have to tune it to the orbit rate of the Earth. So interplanetary mission is different. You pass through different environment and plus communication technologies, and they are different there because you need to go to the larger distance. If you are going to Mars, moon even, you need high precision uh, guidance, navigation and positioning information as well. The next is Ramakrishna Reddy. Is there any relaxation or flexible policy being considered for customs handling, taxation to import space sector related components, including electronic component, which is a bottleneck now? I agree with you, but you must have seen in the last budget, Government of India has already announced and it is being operationalized shortly. We are working on this with the government and Ministry of Finance, and shortly you will listen. Chairman ISRO and Secretary DOS has already written a letter to the ministry. We are also following up on this. Certainly, we don't want to impose any undue duty on our startups or space industry because it's a budding sector. Very nice question. Next is, how are startups scrutinized before being promoted? Yeah, very, very important question. There are many ways. First thing, we will take the information on that. Yes, we have a definite way. Government channels are there. Ministry of MCA is there. DPIT registration is there. We check certain things. We will not tell you in the open forum, but rest assured that no person who is not having capability in this and which is not really into that field, I can tell you we have a dedicated industry wing. They know even date of birth of their CEO and CFO. So that's the kind of relation we built with them and try to see that they are true companies which are in the space sector. Any company which is registered, not working with us, we carry out dedicated review if they give us for any application for authorization. The another last but not the least question is, with 100% FDI in startups, how can we ensure that key knowledge and technology does not go to unfavorable entities? Any NDAs are signed? Yes, very right question. And NDAs are in place, NDA, MOU format. We discussed this not only with Ministry of External Affairs, if it is outside company, but also our legal teams. We are having a dedicated panel of lawyers at our panel where everything, any MOU which we sign, it goes through their vetting. I think one more question has come. In space, working on assisting India with establishing a proper space legislation. Yes, it was with Department of Space where all the actors' inputs were taken and final committee it is there. Anytime it will come for public opinion, whatever way Government of India decide, it can come for public opinion if government wants. Is India open to welcome and work with foreign-born startups that want to expand in India? With open arms, we will welcome you in India in any form. We are there to help you. I have told you 3 caps. Autonomous route is working with perfectly all right. Even tomorrow you can start working and identify your partners. We can suggest you as of now, please register at our website. Look for the startups which are good. If you want, we will point some finger to some, but it will be your assessment. We don't come in between in your collaboration. But yes, the guidance will be very proper. I think that's all. Thank you very much for all your questions. I'm done with it.